Hello, everyone. This is Randy Nunez, your host on Between the Chalk Lines and Sunday's 60 Seconds segment. I just wanted to let everyone know first off, this is the 50th episode of Between the Chalk Lines podcast on Buzzsprout and Spotify, Amazon, everything that streams, YouTube. I've posted every video that I've recorded on there, so this is the big 5-0 for it as well. And I just want everyone to not forget that you can get this PG Orlando relic from the USA Stars and Stripes product that Panini put out this year. Just go to the Instagram, like the photo, comment on the photo, and follow the Between the Chalk Lines profile, please. Thank you if you already are. And if you're already subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you watch any of the videos, if you've ever liked any of the videos, liked or followed on any of the streaming platforms, I'm not a huge content creator. I just started not even a year ago. And, I do this once every week. I sit down, record, I tell you what I think about baseball, what's going on in baseball, whether it be how crazy the Mariners dropped the ball on their lead in the AL West, or how crazy it is that the Mets came back in the Central and the East, NL East, and are coming back to take over the Braves spots, or how Scooball in Detroit carried the Tigers and they're going to go to the playoffs. So, whatever it may be, if it's baseball, like I say every time, we're all baseball talk all the time. That's just how we roll in Between Chalk Lines. And without further ado, here's the 50th episode. Hope you enjoy it. Welcome, everyone. This is Randy Nunez, your host on Between the Chalk Lines. We have our very first professional baseball player that I ever interviewed back, Ty Buttrey, former Angels setup man and closer from 2018 and 2020. He took a step back, and when I talked to you about um, 13 months ago or so, you were playing in the Dominican Republic. You were
Yeah,
you in stateside, and one of the
yeah.
things I said was, "Do you see yourself playing here in the U.S. again?" And that off season, you signed with the Mariners. Uh, can you tell
Yeah.
us how that happened, maybe, and your
Well,
experience?
Randy, well, first of all, man, thanks for having me on, bro. Like I told Sam, I was like, I'm speaking with my day one guy, Randy Nunez, right now, bro. Like he's been a day one supporting you and I, man. Like the fact that you're hustling your podcast, you're 50 episodes in, Randy. Like, bro, I'm not even just saying this, man. Like I really respect you, and I respect the fact that you're building content, the fact that you don't care what people think. Like it's refreshing to see people like you, and that's honestly like my truest opinion for you, man. So thank you for having me on episode 50, dude. I'm freaking jacked up. Sorry, Sam and I were kind of having she just got done with Duke University, and her and I were doing some business stuff, so I'm pretty excited right now. But to answer your question, yes, man. That's business, and we'll get into that. But
Yeah,
like,
and
geez,
home.
I kind of forgot I was a baseball player there for a while.
Mm.
Yeah. So last year, Dominican Republic. Uh, geez, I mean, I went from getting released by the Astros, not throwing hard, stiff, not mobile, to getting an opportunity to go play for Escogido down in the. It's in Santo Domingo. Escogido and Licey is like the two biggest teams within like the biggest city in the DR, and so played there. Kind of more or less the same thing, man. Like it just didn't have that edge, didn't have that swagger that I had with the Angels. And velo was kind of low, 93, 96. Slider was okay. Changeup was inconsistent. Just chasing stuff, man, to be honest. And I got up to 98. Mariners saw me. They saw my velo. They, Dave said, let's get this guy into camp. Dominated spring training, honestly, man. Like, well, first of all, I went from Dominican to Puerto Rico,
Okay.
and I played with Feliciano, who was the first base coach for the Angels in 2019. He got me the job. Had a time of my life. Puerto Rico's beautiful. The
It
people are
is.
amazing. Yeah, dude. Like Puerto Rico is like I could live there, and like that was something I can go on and on about that. But Mariners got me and dominated spring training. Thought I was going to break with the club. Like kind of pissed that I didn't, and then went to AAA. And here I am, man. Just finally like moved on from the game. It's weird. Like it happened really quick.
Yeah. So I remember you talking about how you and Sam like creating communities and you like working on businesses, and now we
Mm.
see your VP of sales at HLX. Um,
Yeah.
you're a co-founder of Holistic Pitching Path.
Hmm.
You put out a message on August 27th. Was actually on my birthday. I checked your ex, and I was like,
Hmm.
"What? He's walking away from the game."
Yeah.
So
I'm
it's
not pursuing it. I already retired once, Randy. I'm not pursuing baseball at this time. I mean, I'm open to it, but like I want to get into a career path in baseball. For me, it's just like maybe when I'm 33, 34, 35, who knows, man. Like I have to do it's not I have no bad feelings towards baseball. Baseball, the first retirement, getting to this new phase, bro, like I don't want to be stuck getting older, 31. I mean, it's a very different lifestyle as a free agent. Like I would have to go to Mexico, I'd have to go to the DR, I'd have to like grind. Sam and I got a wife, I got kids, man. Like I gotta do something outside of just playing baseball at this point, man. If I'm not in the big leagues, and I walked away from the big leagues, so I get it, but no hard feelings, man. Like I'm really really excited about this chapter, and I'm staying in shape, throwing hard, helping kids, teaching. I got like 7 different things going on, so it's kind of wild. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just want to say that.
no, you're totally good. I want to hear all this. This is what we're here about. I'm in my chapter two. You're in your chapter two of
Yeah.
you know your life. This is like you said, a big step. This is episode number 50. If y'all
Mm.
didn't hear already in the intro, um, so how did you get into HLX and get into contact with? Well, let's start with HLX. How did you get into the VP of sales position
Dude,
there?
I dude, it's gonna sound weird, but I feel like I like so you know like what manifesting is like. I'm not trying to sound weird, like creating, like believing in something,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like that's kind of how I believed my whole life. Like I believed I could get to the big leagues. I believed I did not think that the big leagues was ever out of my reach. Like I always knew I was like, yeah, I can get to the big leagues. I just got to figure out, I just got to figure out the way. Like I can do it. I just got to figure out the way. I never thought I couldn't get to the big leagues. And so when I got to the big leagues, that's when I kind of was like, oh, I got here and sweet, I got here, but do I really want to do this for the rest of my life? Maybe not, but that I don't mean to say that negatively. I got there, I had success, had a lot of fun, but I did have a lot of other passions in life. And so that was me being super honest with myself that I maybe made it a little bit dramatic when I left. That's something that I've talked with Sam about. I wish I didn't make it that dramatic, but to my point is I got to the big leagues, was had an amazing experience. Baseball gave me a lot, but I always really had like an entrepreneur business side within me from the time I was young, man. Like I was always building, wanted to create, do things. And, then I came back to baseball, did that for 3 years. Just, my edge wasn't there. I just kind of, when I took that year off, I lost a lot of my velo. My body got tight. It got really hard to get back to that high performance. And then I turned 31, 32, and now I kind of became a old guy, as you could say. And so I didn't have that. Yeah, I mean, I know, but the game's getting younger.
It
Vets aren't
is.
as, yeah, the game's definitely getting younger. And that's something that I kind of recognize. So long story short, that was kind of a backstory. But I, man, HLX kind of found Sam and I, man. Like HLX is a really, really authentic company that it's something that I did not expect to happen, but it's like everything that I wanted within a company, they offered it. Like branding, marketing, social media, gaming, tournaments. Like,
Uh,
dude, my job is to do fan tournaments. And I don't know if you remember, like, do you remember when I did that fan tournament with MLB The Show, like in 2020 with the COVID season? I did like
think
a,
so. That was part of MLB, right?
yeah, yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
MLB The
You're
Show
the
like
player
player
that
tournament.
represented Angels.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sucks, but
it was
I got
fine.
yeah, I got my butt kicked. Noe Ramirez actually was pissed that he because he was nasty at the show, but
Uh,
um, so dude, anyways, HLX, we kind of linked up. They saw Sam, and Sam is now the Sam became the CMO of this company, and they were a traditional gaming company, and then they got into the athlete NIL world, and Sam, like she's heavily involved in the NIL.
yeah, totally.
And then I honestly like I think Sam helped me get the job. Like it's kind of weird because like Sam was kind of the, big boss, and then she allowed me to come in, and she basically gave me like a foot in the door. I had to interview with people. I had to interview with the owner and the CEO. And man, it's been crazy. Like Randy, it's so much fun, bro. It's so much fun. Sorry, I spoke way
Oh,
too much. I'm
no,
really
no,
excited
no.
about
I want to hear it all. I mean, tell
it. Yeah.
us all, the fans, the listeners. We want to hear everything, man. That's why. That's why we have you on. Want to hear
Yeah.
everything that you got for us.
Yeah, so I basically, they came back and they maybe saw like an edge within me. They saw what Sam built. We built AthleteCon, we built Behind the Lights, we've built, nonprofit camps, AthleteCon, which was a mega convention. We had 60 D1 athletes, 25 brands, raised over 100K. Like we helped people grow their NIL. Um, and then me being just an avid gamer, like it just kind of all made sense, bro. But like, so that's my whole point with manifesting and creating is I was always thinking about these things in my head, and it just kind of all came together. And now I got a really cool opportunity in the work world. I skipped a lot of levels being the VP of sales. We're in talks with like a lot of relationships with other companies, SharePlay, LinkU. We're trying to get some like relationships going on. Like I love it, Randy. Like it's just this stuff to me, like it's just in me natural to like build and create, bro. To be honest.
Yeah, no, you said that in the first interview, and I
Yep.
remember telling you about Behind the Lights. You and Sam worked on that on YouTube for a little bit, and then
You remember that? Yeah.
yeah, you went out and did your own thing. But besides HLX was Holistic Pitching Path with Harrison Francis as your co-founder, and I believe Sam is also behind the scenes there with the NIL.
So holistic pitching path. Wow. I didn't even. I mean, that to me is like that's like, dude. This is like I could get like emotional about it, man, because as much as I love HLX, as much as I'm enjoying helping athletes build brands and gaming tournaments, bro, like that's a dream job for real. Like super awesome job. So Harrison Francis, and I'm gonna give you guys some background. Harrison
Right.
Francis, we played in Puerto Rico together. I've known his brother Bowden Francis with the Blue Jays. Man, we've known each other for 6, 7 years. And I knew Harrison with throughout that time, but Harrison and I really got to know each other last year in Puerto Rico, and it was kind of weird how talking about manifesting and creating. Like I went from the Dominican to Puerto Rico, and Harrison happened to be on my same Puerto Rican team or the Puerto Rico team,
Okay.
Caguas, Caguas, which ended up going to the Caribbean Baseball Classic,
Mm.
and they did really really well. I hurt my back; I couldn't actually go, but
I'm
I came in
sorry.
for the playoffs. Yeah, it's all right. My back's fine. Um, so, anyways, dude, Harrison is him and I think alike. We believe heavy lifting doesn't help pitchers throw hard. We actually think it hurts pitchers. We think mobility, core, balance, stability, and explosive body weight exercises with a little bit of low weight is actually beneficial. And I've seen that firsthand. Like I actually truly can tell someone that I think heavy lifting is not beneficial for you, but that's very explosive within the industry. And I'm not going to say that people are wrong. I'm just going to say I know that there's another way. And that's how I look at this is like, that's fine. I understand that you have studies and plyo balls and squats and deadlifts, but like that stuff, I've done it. And every time I do it, I lose velocity. Like I
Mm.
lose velocity every time I do heavy weight. It's happened 3 or 4 times throughout my career. And every time I do yoga, core, balance, mobility, and I stop trying to get big, my velo ticks up to 97 to 100. And I can talk about that more, but getting back to the holistic pitching path, man, like he reached out to me because he saw what I was talking about.
Okay.
And he's like, and he kind of built the whole system. And I was doing my own remote programming. He reached out to me. We wanted to like combine forces. It was a super perfect fit right off the bat, bro. Like Harrison's a dog, gets it, hard worker, and we just kind of combined teams, man. We started to create a really beneficial remote program for people, and like now we're starting to actually help kids throw hard. Like we're kind of changing the industry, and some not changing the industry. We're just like we're offering a different perspective, and it's starting to work a little bit, and we're starting to see some success. So, again, sorry to blow you up with the
No,
words. I just,
you're good.
yeah, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot been going on since I left the Mariners.
Yeah, no, I mean, when I went to go look at the website, but I have to say, your logo is sick
Let's
as heck.
go, Randy.
The
Let's
tiger with
go.
the baseball,
Yeah.
that
Isn't
is
that sick?
sick. It is. It is
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you.
So
I
whoever
appreciate
did
that.
your graphic design, bravo to them, and
Thank you.
bravo to you and uh, Harrison too. I mean, for picking that logo, it is badass. But
Let's go.
when I went
Yeah, it
to
is.
the
I love
website,
it.
I saw that mobility, explosion, and balance, like you were saying, is the core of holistic pitching path.
Yes.
That is what you preach and what
Yes.
you've practiced personally yourself, like
Yep.
you said, and it's helped you.
Oh,
It's
it's yeah, yeah.
and Francis also he practices the whole ability explosion balance.
Harrison and I, we haven't lifted a heavy weight in 10 months, man. And every time we touch heavy weights, we actually lose velo, like every single time. And every time we stop lifting heavy and we do a lot of core balance stability, we basically, we understand how to create these workouts. Like we don't need to, this is not traditional 4 sets of 10 deadlift. Like this is not bench, heavy row, heavy push, heavy pull, heavy squat, heavy hinge. No, like that stuff I'm not going to say it doesn't work. It's just not as effective. And so, for instance, I'll give you an example. So I was throwing 99 miles an hour, right? Uh, Before I went to Dominican, I was working with a Doug White, former Angels pitching coach,
Yeah,
and he really got me into breath work, mobility. Like really, he really kind of opened my eyes up to a lot of training. And then I went to a former gym in Tampa, Florida, and I did a lot of heavy lifting and a lot of like overtraining. And I went from 97, 99 to 93, 96. And I did not gain that velo back until I stopped lifting heavy weight. Like it was crazy. Like I stayed at 94 to 97 and I came in at 97, 99, but I did all this heavy lifting, bulking, eating food, calories, did what most people sell programs on,
yeah,
plyo
yeah.
balls, lost velo. And this has happened to me 3 times in my career. When I first got drafted, I was throwing 96, 97. And then I got with a trainer that bulky, heavy lifting, no mobility, plyos, bulk, get
Mm.
big, lost 5 miles an hour. And it wasn't until I started like being like, okay, I've got to change something. And that's when my velo shot up again. And I'm like, oh my God, I've been training incorrectly my whole life. And luckily I was aware to get into this pattern. Anyways, man, like it's a pretty crazy like realization, but we're happy to help kids that are finding that are basically plateauing in velo, like start throwing
Yeah.
harder and kind of like saying like, dude, it's very simple. Like think about this, Randy. Are you throwing harder? No.
No.
Are you lifting heavy? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That okay. Then change it.
Yeah.
Then change it. Like that it's that simple. Are you stuck at velocity? Yeah. Okay, are you doing shoulder shrugs, military press, heavy lunge, heavy squat, heavy bench, biceps, triceps? Yes. And I go, okay. And are you willing to change that? No. And I'm like, do you want to throw hard? Yes. But you don't want to change your workout? No. I'm like, I can't help you then, man. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You have to
Like,
be pliable
yeah, yeah.
with
You
your
got to be loose
mindset.
and mobile. Like, you got to be explosive. Like, you got to have range of motion. You do not need bulky, heavy muscle to throw hard. You just don't.
Yeah, got it. So I mean, how do I put this? You're not selling us.
I threw a lot on you right there.
No, you did. Like,
Sorry.
no, you're
Yeah,
good.
I'm passionate about it.
I could tell, and I love it, and it seems to be what you love and care about right now. Um, like I was saying, this isn't the end all be all. You're saying this is just an alternative to some things. And hey, if that guy A is hitting 100 doing what you're doing, guy B is hitting 93 doing weights, and he, he's just plateauing, like you said. Maybe they have to just be a little bit more pliable with their thinking
Right.
and their body and give it a
It,
go.
and it's not saying, and Randy, it's not saying that you can't lift heavy and throw hard, but if you're going to lift heavy, then you better have excellent mobility. Excellent mobility. Like Shohei Ohtani can deadlift 515 pounds, but he's got amazing mobility. Amazing mobility. Like, you know, Ben Joyce throws hard, lifts heavy. Ed Rollis Chapman threw hard, lifts heavy. But also, Ed Rollis Chapman was a beanpole and he threw 106 when he first came into the
Mm.
league, and now he's throwing 104 and he's thick and he's still throwing hard. But it's like it's not about. But that's my whole point. It's not about just doing mobility. It's about being strong with mobile limbs in a connected core, like and proper sequencing. So like my whole thing is I'm not trying to say just lifting heavy is the answer. Like it's not just don't worry about not lifting heavy. It's okay if you're going to lift heavy, are you mobile? Do you have good core connection? Do you sequence your body well? Are you stable? Are you balanced? Because what happens is most people they get into the gym and they go heavy bench, boom, boom, rep it out. Buys, tries, skull crushers, military press, squats, deadlifts. And they think those workouts are going to help them throw heavy, and that's not true. Now, if you were to do those workouts and then you were to spend an hour on mobility, then you would actually you would actually kind of see some gains. But what I say is you don't need the heavy lifting. You don't need that. You can do other workouts that are healthier that don't tighten you up with mobility to throw hard. And so for instance, if like I've seen examples of people say, well, this guy throws 105 or 104 and he's super jacked and big. Dude, I can show you two or three, four, five guys that throw 103 that are bean poles.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, like
I,
there's, it's not about that. It's about a whole different thing. And what happens is, Randy, is unfortunately people that have never thrown hard are teaching people how to throw hard.
okay,
That's the truth.
got it. So if someone wants to go to holisticpitchingpath.com, your website, how do you right now? How are you helping people? What is the plan?
So I guess if like right now, man, like we're not trying to do this, we're not trying to create like a big like Harrison and I are private coaches. Like we don't have a
Okay.
facility. Like we're 24/7 access. Reach out to us, talk to us whenever. Like we're private coaches for you. We send you throwing program, mobility, strength. Like we give you access to our personal community, which is a whole nother deal. Like we try to really create a community. Um Yeah, like we just kind of like help people get better. Bottom line, bro. Like that's it. We just help guys get better. Like this is not about making money. I'm not doing it for free. Like I'm not.
Hmm.
I'm not this. I'm not just doing like selling this. Like I put a lot of time and effort into it, and like I'm doing 7 different things. So like I can't just do this thing for free. Like if you want to actually work and you actually want to become a better pitcher, I can help you. And you have to like understand that there's no magic pill. Like that's the thing is like I see all these people that want a magic pill. Like, what do I need to do to throw harder? This is what you need to do. You need to become mentally stronger. You need to train more efficiently. You need to fix your fastball. You need to fix your sequencing. You need to get more mobile. You need to get better core connection. You need to get a better shoulder hip separation. You need to understand that your coaches are probably helping you or hurting you. Like, there's no magic pill to throw harder. Like, you just have to be like you have to work extremely hard to be good at baseball. That's it. And a lot of people are not willing to do that. A lot of people want one answer,
Yeah,
and that's not how it works. You have to really dedicate your life to become a better pitcher to make it to the MLB.
got it. And you talked about your mental status before going back into baseball. Um,
Mhm.
that you weren't sure that you were ready to go back, and you went in, and now you're out of it again.
And yeah,
Is it-
because I honestly it's not that I wasn't ready. I just man, I the game gave a lot to me, bro. But like I was 28, man. Like I didn't want to get into a work world. I didn't know what that meant. Like I didn't know what having a sales job meant. Like I left the game and then a year went by and I was like, well, I guess I got to go back because that's just what I'm supposed to do. And I didn't think about like I didn't think about I didn't know there was other options. Like that was to me, other options was to sit in a cubicle and just basically cold call and do remote
yeah.
sales, which is fine. I have nothing wrong with that, but I didn't want to do that. I was like, okay, well, I'll just go back to play baseball because I do have skill. But when I went back, I lost all my velo, everything. I went from throwing 97 to 100 to 1 to throwing 89 to 92. Lost my slider command, lost my slider shape, lost my mobility, lost my core, lost my posture, gained a lot of weight, was just not the same pitcher that I was. And so like I spent 2 years trying to get back in shape. And then I finally this year I got back with the Mariners, dominated spring training, 96, 97. Basically through like a perfect spring training, didn't make the club, went to AAA, just didn't it just wasn't the same thing, man. Like it just wasn't the same
Mhm.
thing. And I believe if I was in a big league setting, I would obviously do very well, which is why I did well on big league camp. But AAA, my heart wasn't in it at that point, man. I'm just my heart. It's not that my heart wasn't in it. I wasn't gonna get called up. I knew that, and for me,
Mm.
like I didn't really know. I was like, okay, like I'm just basically reading the writing on the wall at that point.
Yeah.
I got put on the developmental list, and then I just asked for my release.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you asked to be released, not them releasing you.
yeah, they put me on the developmental list, and I said I appreciate everything, guys, but I would like to for you to grant my release if I'm on the developmental list. Yeah, I was going to do that.
Got it. And just for myself and the other fans listening, what is the developmental list exactly? What is that meant for?
Um, it's like a list that means it's just kind of like it got created with the COVID rules. Like instead of being on the IL, you're kind of like instead of like the Phantom IL,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like a Phantom IL deal. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you're just like there's a roster move that needs to be made in the minor leagues, and usually it's like you're the shortest man on the totem pole kind of deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
just to be honest, yeah.
I mean, I was keeping track. Trust me. I
Mhm.
was looking every week. Did
Yeah,
Ty
I was
pitch? Did he
giving up
get
a
in?
ton of weak singles, man. Ton of singles, doubles down the line. I had like the third or fourth highest swing and miss rate, which like was crazy because my fastball was dominating. I was trying to throw a different slider. Like I changed my slider grip from spring training. I shouldn't have done that. I was trying to throw a harder slider and it messed up my whole
Mm.
flow. It's kind of an excuse. I should have just kept with my 81, 83 mile an hour wrinkle, but I was trying to throw a sweeper. I was trying to
Oh yeah, the sweeper has
it
taken
just
over.
yeah, it's to each their own, man. I just I changed something and it was good, man. The Mariners were a first class organization, honestly. Like I know you're an Angels fan.
Hey, it's
They're
all good.
first class.
I'm a baseball
Yeah, like
fan.
they handle things really well. I 31 years old, devless. I'm just at my point, I was like, it's time to move on. I guess you
Yeah,
could say, yeah,
hang up the cleats.
yeah,
Yeah,
or not pursue it is the way I said it. Yeah,
yeah, and instead of, I mean, you kept yourself in baseball. It's just in the coaching
yeah,
setting.
which I love
I
it,
mean,
bro. I love
so
it. I love coaching. I love motivating. I love helping kids out. Man, that's kind of been. I didn't even know I love that stuff. Like when I retired the first time. Geez, I mean, I don't even know. Like Sam and I built a nonprofit. We had a lot of fun in the Virgin Islands. We did crypto shows. We did a content show. I mean, we did all kinds of crazy stuff. You probably remember that, man. We had a lot of fun, but like then this time it kind of became a little bit more serious. It's like,
yeah.
okay, what are you actually going to do with your life outside of baseball? And that was a scary moment. Like it really, that was something that I don't want to talk about, but it was a really scary
All
moment
right.
for like a week that was fortunately led me to this opportunity, which I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we're glad that we have you here now, where you are, and you have
Thanks, brother.
some awesome opportunities. It sounds like
Yes, sir.
going back to the HLX. Is there anything that we're looking forward to there that we can you can talk
Bro,
about? Can you talk about it?
HLX is a freaking crazy awesome company, Randy. Like basically what they're doing is they're trying to help athletes monetize their brand by offering them websites. Like we believe that athletes need their own personal website, and that's actually not happening. Like people don't have their personal domain. Like people go to domains, people have Instagram or TikTok, but
Yeah.
like there's no personal domain. And so HLX kind of saw that gap.
Hmm.
But originally they built a gaming tech. Like HLX is like, I'm telling you, like it's a super deep integrated company. Their IP is crazy. But Sam and we're basically like they were a gaming first platform and they created a ladder system where fans can basically play someone, $4, $5 entry fee. HLX takes a small cut and then the person that wins gets like a payout. And so that's kind of something I did similar when I was doing MLB The Show. Like I did like a fan tournament, which is awesome. It's
Yeah.
free. I didn't charge anyone. It was awesome. Had a lot of fun. And so I thought it would be cool to create like a athlete versus fan tournament. And so, we launched our first tournament tonight, was super successful. It's cool, man. Like I'm gonna be posting a lot about HLX, so definitely stay tuned on that.
I'm glad. I
Yeah,
can't wait. I love gaming. I'm more of
let's
a
go.
PC gamer myself, but
Let's go, dog.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, after the interview I'll tell you what games I play. But anyhow, like what games are you focusing on? Is it the sports that we're talking on? Like
It depends on whatever
NHL?
athlete. It depends on the
Okay.
athlete. So like a lot of athletes are college football 25 heavy. A couple, our basketball players are NBA, and then we get some random, we get some Rocket Leagues and Fortnites.
Uh
I'm a beast at Clash Royale. Clash Royale, I freaking own everyone, dude. Like I'm dominant at Clash
Fortnite?
Royale. But oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm nasty at Clash.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta join my clan, bro. Yeah, I'm nasty at
I'll
Clash.
have to
I'll
download
definitely beat you.
Fortnite.
I'll definitely beat you.
Oh no, I know you will. I know you will.
No, I mean, I like talking crap a little bit.
It's all good.
No, I play it all. I mean, I grew up a Halo 2 fan, matchmaking, made it up to rank 47, had to bridge host to get up to 50 and do some stuff there. I don't know if you remember Standby on and on Halo 2, Standby and bridge and host.
It's been so long, man. But
Yeah, it was the only way to get from 47 to 50, but people
okay,
hardcore Halo 2 gamers will know what that means.
got it. Well, Halo gamers from back in the day, drop a comment the video of the
Yeah,
the
tag him hashtag Halo 2, bro.
yeah
They'll know exactly what I'm saying.
yeah.
But man, Randy, I appreciate the time, bro. I got to get rolling. Sam's calling me right now.
No,
So,
totally fine. Got
man,
it.
I appreciate it for real.
Thank you for coming on. I should be thanking you.
Nah,
Not the
dude,
other way really.
you're a day one homie, Randy. I told you, you've been supporting Sam and I, and we've been supporting you. I would do this like I'm busy, but like, bro, just reach out. Like we'll find 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes anytime for you, bro. For real.
All right. Well, between the Chalklands fans, listeners, ties out. Thank you for coming on the show again. Maybe in another year we'll have you on.
Bro, I'll come in. No, man,
Uh,
anytime for real. I'm
yeah,
last minute. Just hit me up last minute. I can jump on whenever. For real, Randy. Like I appreciate you putting yourself out there and not caring what people think, man. It's refreshing. Like just keep grinding on it, honestly, bro.
got it. Thanks. Well, we're out, and I'll catch you all everyone next week.